Hi Gemini, welcome. Those of you who are new, welcome to the Blue Star Energy Tarot with Cindy. I'm glad you're here. Today we're doing the energies of November. The November energies have been quite crackly. Cracking open that bubble. Our bubble's been burst. There is a relief in pressure. A release in pressure, shall we say. There's been a number of tower moments and triggers transpiring. People seeking my services. I did a reading regarding triggers because it's quite challenging for a number of people. Please feel free, use your own discernment, check out that. There may be something of interest for you. Anyhow, we're doing 4 cards. We are using the Grand Lux Tarot, and then we're going to use Tarot of Dreams as clarifiers. Gemini, you receive the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, the Chariot, and the Ace of Coins. And what's on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. Lovely. I do want to say to you, Gemini, before I use my cards, I get a sense of, aspects for each sign. And you received the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups, which, that message to me is about you trusting who you are. You believing in yourself, trusting that you are guided to whatever your Nine of Cups is. Nine of Cups to me represents you are enough. You have enough. You're on your way to the Ten of Cups. You're coming to this culmination in your heart space with the people around you, your family, those that you love, your tribe, the people around you that you are recognizing within yourself, the people around you. And there's an abstract aspect of it being in balance, being in harmony with who you are truly within and externally. And there's also this connotation here that you are enough. Trusting your guides, trusting the guidance, being bold and standing firm within your own beliefs, your sovereignty, and moving with it. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, Gemini, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords. They're both in what we call the past position. The wheels of time march on, don't they? The Wheel of Fortune speaks of fortune, speaks of cycles, speaks of being in a particular place at a particular time, albeit you can call it coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that things happen for a reason, and they are aspects that are around us that gives us opportunity. And maybe that's what this was all about, that you were given an opportunity. Excuse the noise, I work outside. You were given an opportunity to come to an epiphany, if you will. Ace of Swords. This Ace of Swords has an eagle or hawk, it doesn't matter. It came to an awareness, a broadening of your consciousness regarding perhaps who you are, perhaps your cycles, when you're feeling good, when you don't feel good about yourself. Maybe it's related to the moon. Are you governed by the moon? Most people are. We're 70% water. The moon affects the ocean. It does affect us, whether we're conscious of it or not. Maybe that's the point. The epiphany is understanding that the moon does affect you. I would go check and see on the day you were born, what the phase of the moon was. That's a nice place to start. This Wheel of Fortune says to me that you came to a point, a graduation of sorts, a willingness to accept all that you have gained, and now you have an awareness about it. I'm not sure where that's coming from. There is an aspect within this Wheel of Fortune that says you are exactly where you are supposed to be in this day and time, in the liminal spaces. In other words, the Wheel of Fortune often speaks to me about destiny, North Node, South Node. You are right where you're supposed to be, not to fret over that, to trust that the guidance you're receiving is bringing you in the right direction, your inner compass. Next, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is a motion card. It is a forward motion. Interestingly, though, if you look at this card, these horses are going one opposite directions. And the person holding the reins, we could assume that it's you. But being that they're stepping out of clouds, I'm going to propose to you that when the Chariot shows up, when there is momentum, very quick moving momentum, that what's steering those horses, I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that word, are forces that perhaps are outside of your control. We see here a white horse and a black horse. We can interpret that as the conscious and subconscious mind, right? Your unconscious mind might be wanting to go in one direction, but your conscious mind might be wanting to go in the opposite direction. When in reality, the direction it goes may very well be windy. I don't know why that's coming up the way that it does. But, to be in this quick moving energy is to recognize, if we were to go back to that Queen of Wands and Nine of Cups, to trust that the forces that are behind you, that are with you, that are propelling you forward, are based on actions, thoughts, desires from the past, right? From the Fool all the way to the Chariot. It includes the High Priestess. It includes the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers. All those forces has brought you to this point. And maybe that's the gist of this, is to understand that yes, you are doing what it is that you are doing, but there are other forces moving you along on this continuum. And that you and you alone are enough. These two horses are looking both at number ones. We have an Ace of Pentacles, and an Ace of Swords. An awareness, a simple awareness that things will change. An awareness that when we take that higher perspective, when we have that epiphany about our timeline, about our purpose, about our cycles, and where we've come from the past moving forward, it feels like you will move straight through and gain something of value. Now, Pentacles is of the earth. It could be finances, money, material things. It could be friendships, family. It could be hobbies. It could be almost anything. It is something that you learn moving forward. And being that I saw the Queen of Wands, maybe it's something you learn through a dream, through your intuition. But what I can say to you here is how you think about the process moving forward needs to have a component of I am enough. I am. Self-assuredness of not of lack. Definitely not of lack. And I think that's been like a splinter in your paw for quite some time, right? Imposter syndrome, or not having or not gaining what it is that you've been working through. That this is in reference to having that positive mental outlook for the future. And here we have the Six of Wands, which is success, valor. You know, your card, the Lover's card just before the 7, the Chariot, is a 6. There's an optimism. There's hope. There is a pleasantry of loving yourself enough to give yourself the kudos that you are where you are today, because you have come so far, expanding your consciousness, moving with the ebbs and flows of the guidance that you receive. Really is quite beautiful. Let's see what the clarifiers bring. There is a healing aspect, an aspect of hope. There is an aspect of these two cards of looking yourself, the reflection of yourself, and seeing a higher perspective, navigating that, learning about that. Nine of Coins. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. That feels quite powerful. I'm gonna have to unpack that. Five of Coins in reverse. Four Swords in reverse. Two of Wands. Ace of Wands. Three of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. I really like this reading, and she comes out yet again. Queen of Wands. That really says to me that you are trying to take what you have within you and bringing it forward. The guidance that you receive, your intuitions. She's highly intuitive. She's a badass. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. Maybe forcefully, but I don't feel that here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Nine of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, the cards is saying that you are expanding, you are growing. You have an opportunity here, perhaps with a Virgo, to grow your heart space, your spirituality, your connection to your higher self, and move rapidly with it. There's something for you to pull out of that, a conclusion, an epiphany. Your epiphany is clarified by the Five of Coins in reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse. In the upright, it speaks of in need, lack of, that imposter syndrome I was talking about, feeling like you're lacking something. And the Four of Swords in reverse. In the upright, it speaks of needing to take a respite, perhaps meditating, coming to your balance. With these two cards in the reverse, it really does say to me that your perspective, your epiphany is going to be about you and how you are enough. About your strength, your sovereignty, your independence. You are enough. And when you live and breathe that, things are going to move quite quickly. Excuse the noise. They're tearing apart land next to me for a ramp on the highway. The The Chariot is clarified by the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. This is a time period in the near future when something's going to catch your attention and you're going to think about it. It's like that shiny new object in front of you. And you're going to look at it and you're going to be, oh, well, that's interesting. And I kind of like that. And you know, and then you're going to ask yourself, maybe subconsciously, well, am I going to move forward with it? What I can say to you is when you do, it's going to move quite quickly. And it may very well be with your work, what you focus your attention on. And it will move really quickly. It is a creative project that perhaps maybe it's within your wheelhouse of the work that you do. Mars and Aries. Taking action on that new shiny thing, that new creative project. Perhaps giving yourself permission to go in that direction and then start researching it and moving forward with it. Epiphany. We have 1, 2, 3 ones here. We have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. You thinking about a creative aspect, starting something new, will bring you forward in momentum. And it will bring you to a place where you can learn, communicate, celebrate with others, as well as yourself. and nurture yourself. There's reference to Cancer, Gemini, and Mercury. Perhaps it's learning about your value within your community, within your home. Perhaps it's something new that you can cultivate and grow, providing you feel within your mental space that you are enough. It is that awareness of your consciousness, the expansion of your consciousness, saying that you are enough to move forward in this endeavor and bring in nurturing aspects for yourself and others. Both you will learn and others will learn. Interesting. I want to see what we have the Six of Wands, Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the Sun. Yeah. Oh, and there she is again. There seems to be an alignment here, Gemini. An alignment that allows you to step forward with an idea, to move forward and be successful. This aspect of the King of Swords, who's resourceful, his thoughts, he doesn't lash out. He's resourceful. He understands that, sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes you don't have to act. Sometimes you just have to wait. Sometimes you have to change your perspective. But this King of Swords seems to be saying that your epiphany lies within how you release aspects of lack, of not being good enough. Not fearing expansion or even learning even. But it will be a new creative journey, perhaps spiritually, perhaps with another person or other people. But this feels to me like, well, you have the Queen of Wands coming up twice. You know what this is about, Gemini. I don't think I need to explain it anymore. You are a beautiful spiritual being making your way in this world. Is that what you need to hear? You are a powerful spiritual being making your way in this world. Beautiful. Thank you, Gemini. Be well. Peace.